I think this is better, right? Let me see. Okay. Is it is it a huge difference? I think this is better, right? Yeah, so it's odd, right? So I'm just sort of toying with all these restream services and like messing with Zoom and Facebook versus Restream. So like all of these Restream services, and so obviously in the test run, I always felt like the Zoom and Facebook integration works better through Caster. But I'm also trying to use Restream because I think it's easier and it's free actually. So anyways, so back to what I was talking about, right? Like and thanks for coming back, Jeff and Mike. Mike, first off, what's up, man? No discussions. We haven't had a conversation in a while, so that's on me as well. I've been I don't want to use the excuse that I've been busy. But let's say I've been busy. Not been sleeping very much. Just sort of trying to push through with the brand and stuff. So hey, Teen, what's up, buddy? I appreciate. Hey, thanks for all the feedback, man. Teen, you're like, by the way, you're like the biggest. You're my biggest like feedback guy. Like obviously, I read your long email and I read the post on the brand page, and these are all very, very, very appreciated. And I really think I hope to get a little more feedback from everybody else because I mean, at the end of the day, like I make this content, and yes, I have a brand that I'm trying to push, but it's really just I'm really just trying to give back again. Like not to get on this like soapbox, but the content that I'm trying to put out is really to give back to like the I won't say the community, but just my network, right? Just trying to provide any sort of insight and tools, skills. Obviously not good looks, but there's some handsome guys in here, man, in this chat. Shoot, I'm not going to be able to lend any advice to being handsome, but yeah, I do appreciate it. But I was just talking about the dynamic of and with Jeff, Jeff in the chat, like about going back to work, and so he works at a hotel, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That could be a daunting task to go back on site and to work in front of people. Like I think for us, like we've talked about going back on site, and our company is going to try to do it like in a wave or in waves, and we'll have like shifts, right? Where like we'll come in, like my whole department, which is like 200 people, would come in to the building like 1 week on and then 2 weeks off. And I was like thinking about like, is that worth it? Like, I don't even know if that's worth it. Like we can do our job 100% from home for the most part, unless I have to like facilitate meetings with like our C-level suite, and we meet with executives. Executives always want to meet in person, which is fine. I understand that. Other than that, though, like I can do my job remotely. Hey, Tony, what's up, man? Tony D, extended family. How you doing? This is a test run for what's going to be a coffee chat, sort of coffee chat content or stream that I'm going to have, like where just log on and see who's out there, and hopefully I can make your day a little bit better if you're working at home or if you're in front of your computer. People do say that the voice I spit sometimes give you a little ASMR. I just learned about that term, by the way, so I'm throwing it around like I know what the hell I'm talking about. No, maybe I can see walk. I don't know about sea level, but yeah, it's so I learned about this term ASMR, which I thought was interesting because I had never heard the term before, and so I jumped on this call, and I'll give a shout out to Cheryl de Guzman. Tony, you know who I'm talking about. That's your niece. So Cheryl de Guzman, who I reached out to, who's extended family, a cousin of mine from my nephew, or my nephew's cousin. I reached out to her because I know she was doing this whole like this fitness deal. She had a little brand, and she was like a personal trainer. She's part of a CrossFit box, and so she's doing a lot of like fitness improvement for, she has clients. And so I reached out to her because I was like, I like what you're doing, and I believe in health and personal fitness. I've been sort of slacking since quarantine, but I wanted to help her out. Like, I'm like, any way I can help, sort of promote your brand and give back, I would love to do it. I think it's, I'm all about it, right? I'm all about, and I sort of said it in some of the podcasts and some of the things that I've done prior in sort of live streams, that I her, Jeff. Oh, there you go. So what's up then. So yeah, I just thought, like, I wanted to give back, because I think that's really the main premise of this brand, right? The brand that I'm pushing is that I'm trying to give access to my network and to people outside of my network to a wealth of knowledge and wisdom that not only I've lived, but my network has lived as well. What's up, Mark? Man, Mark's on here. We got Art. This is good. See, this time is like where I know a lot of people are just sort of chilling, right? You're working or you're in front of your desk. What's up, Neil? Kevin? Alex. So Alex, man, geez, I've been following you from afar, right? I know you, we haven't really known each other since high school. For those of you who don't know, right? I'll wear a mask. That's what I'm saying, right? Alex is ophthalmologist. I don't, pardon me if I don't remember, or I don't know. I'm ignorant when it comes to the different types of specialists, like doctors, or I'm an idiot. You would think I would know. I work for a health insurance company, but I don't. But yeah, Alex is I followed you, and man, you very successful guy. So like, if you're ever like in the West Coast, SoCal, and you need the eye doctor guy, Alex is your guy. I mean, all the athletes, from what I see, they all go to him, right? So I don't know if you're the official ophthalmologist or optometrist for is it the Clippers and the Kings and something else, but I always just mad sports clientele going to Alex's practice. So I'll, obviously give him a plug if you're out that way. That's funny, Jeff. It's a small world. We're all Filipino, man. Everybody knows each other. My arms look angry. No, they're angry because I haven't worked out in like forever. This quarantine's been cruel, man. I've been eating like just doo-doo, which is fine. But I think gyms are opening up, I think, as part of phase 4. So might be time for me to make the trek to Bro Sport. Shout out to Bro Sport, aka Export, because Export is Bro Sport. Like, if you're not a bro if you don't work out at Export, right? That's the whole deal. Like, if you're bougie and you got money, then you're working out at like is it FFC or Lifetime? Lifetime is like the bougie starter package. So then when you get into Lifetime and you taste how the bougie gym looks like, then you start going to those like gyms downtown where they're like, the membership is like $200-$300 a month. That's okay. I just Export does it for me. They got barbells, they got squat racks, and you have other bros coaching each other on how to lift. Unsolicited fitness advice. That's what I'm all about, man. That's all part of the gym experience for me. I love it when people come up to me and you have earbuds on, and when the earbuds are the sign that you don't want people to talk to you, but nonetheless they'll come up and tell you that your deadlift form is off, or they have some secret form that they learned in Bulgaria about squatting, and they want to just they want to coach you up, when I'm just there to just get a quick workout in. But anyways, so Mike, back to Mike. Let's get down on this concept. I know you wanted to talk about having a panel, and I'm really the podcast I think that I'm putting out is dope. But I think the concept is dope, because I really wanted to spread the network and spread the people that I know. But I think also just putting out a bunch of burst content, I really want people to get to know me. I think obviously in my network I have like these differing degrees of relationships, and I kind of wanted to just lay it all out there for the most part. I don't know if I want to be 100% transparent. We can't let all the skeletons fall out of the closet, right? Alexi Alhambra. There he is. If y'all don't know who Alexi is, that's Alexi, aka Pedro Pascal Jr. So he's like the stunt double for the Mandalorian. I'm just kidding, but if you ever look at him, he grew his mustache out and he looks like him. We worked at FFC when I worked at the Dub. Oh yeah, Kevin, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you gotta at FFC. That's bougie, bro. They see the little brown guy. They're like, oh, let me hand him my towel. He's in the gang. Who's in the gang? Who you talking about? Alexi? Alexi's in that money gang. That 6 figures 3 times over gang. Wish I was part of that. I forgot what we said about him. Alexi makes so much money. His 1099s and 1100. Balling hard too. Oh man, I'm just Teen. I think we need to also plug CDW then, huh? That's funny. Just as Kevin had sort of mentioned CDW at the Dub. Well, Kevin, when were you at the Dub anyway? I forgot. You weren't there when I was there, were you? I was there for like 2 years, I think. What year was that? 2005, 2006? I was there. Espo, oh my goodness. Talk about sea level. This is a great transition. We're talking about sea level. If y'all don't know who Mark Espinoza is, you're wrong. Mark is sea level. Shout out to Mark Espo, aka the CFO, making moves, baby. Oh, I was long gone, Kevin. Yeah, I remember. I worked there for 2 years, and you know what? That was a teen hookup, right? So Constantine Hidalgo. When I worked at CDW back in 2005, I was actually, prior to that, I was a loan officer. I was doing mortgages and working for Countrywide, who I'm sure everybody during the housing crisis knows what happened, right? So I was working at Countrywide as a loan officer, and I was doing mortgages. I was slanging subprime. Oh, I mean, imagine subprime mortgages. I was giving out mortgages at like, the rates were like 12%, 30-year fixed. Now, mind you, it was because, subprime being, for those who are not familiar with the industry, subprime mortgages at the time were high interest loans that were given to prospective homeowners that had bad or challenged credit, right? So the banks at that time, back in 03, 04, were giving out loans, subprime loans, and they were accepting people with like a 620 FICO. What's up, Christian? Look at that. We got Verge, DJ Verge, and we got Frank. Man, we got both Robles brothers. I don't know what did I do to deserve this? I got both of you guys in here now. But yeah, I was doing mortgages, and I remember when the housing crisis started, right? And people started, all these banks started to fold because of the mortgages and people going default on loans. And so I started reaching out to my network, to get a job. And I was like, I hit up Teen, and Teen was like, yeah, come over to CDW. So I went to CDW. I had a good time there. But CDW, I mean, in all honesty, is it's like an IT sweatshop in a way. Teen, I don't know if it's changed, and you don't have to answer that, right? I'm not trying to get you to answer that, but for me, my personal experience with CDW when I worked there was, I went in there and they tracked how many calls I made outbound, and they tracked how much talk time I had. So I was like, I had to call, I forgot what the number was, like 100 outbounds a day or something like that. It was like straight sweatshop sales. And then they had to average like a certain amount of time per call. It couldn't just be like, I'm calling like the time lady. And that was the running joke back then. I would call the time lady like 4 or 5 times, and that would count as 5 dials. But yeah, it's still a sweatshop, but not as bad. No, there you go. I mean, it's the model, right? I think that's why CDW is successful, because you got all these, especially, I mean, the bulk of workers that are like college graduates, they come into college and they don't know what to do, or they got this like degree in like, architecture, but then they're not sure, and they end up working at CDW for some time. And CDW just pumps out sales, man. So they're monsters. They're monsters, man. They just put up numbers, and and it's all based on commission, right? Just like any sales job, garbage in, garbage out. You don't slang, you don't get anything. By the way, since Christian Jacob joined, if you guys don't know, I know he's starting to push his blog right now. So CJ Mindset, make sure you guys get on that. Christian is a smart dude, who is probably 50 times more financially responsible than I ever will be. I am an idiot when it comes to finances. One of the mantras I have that a lot of close friends know is I always tell people when they say, oh, you know, I'm trying to save for this or I'm investing in that. And I always go, live with debt, die with debt. You might as well enjoy it. Dude, I'm all out, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's, but that's me. And yeah, whether or not it's the right thing to do, I do it. I spend money. Like, I'm that guy that the economy likes, right? I'm the one who's always stimulating the economy because I'm impulse buying shit left and right. Mapili is the OG dub worker. Yes, sir. Ryan Mapili, aka I'm unsure if he's a male or female. No, I'm just kidding. He's the guy. The good breaker. There's D double A. So there's the quick plug. This is the segue. So Dave DeMano, aka DJ D double. If you guys don't know, by all the incessant spam and social media, I've been putting out there. We will be live streaming the podcast, the CVO narrative, as D double is my guest, and it'll be on stream on Twitch. So I sort of put a note out there, and this is sort of the main reason why I wanted to get online, but also just a test run. Coffee Chat is Twitch. I become an affiliate on Twitch, right? And once you reach that status, the terms of service is that the exclusivity of your streams have to run through Twitch first, in a 24-hour period. Then I can upload to other platforms. So I would ask that if you in this room right now are listening to me and you think that even the tone of my voice has value, I would love for you to get on Twitch, sign on, create an account. Hell, create 6 accounts. I mean, whatever you need to do, create an account on Twitch, follow Volteezy Knows, follow DJ D Double, follow Jeff Mobby, follow Dance from Home DJs. There's so many good things going on. There's so much good content on Twitch right now that if you're not on there, you're missing out. I mean, there's a lot of good music, a lot of DJs out there just grinding and making their living. You know, DJs right now are not working, right? Think about this. Those are the things we take advantage, or we take that for granted, right? Is that, you know, when before the pandemic, and I'm sorry, I'm not even saying hi to everybody, by the way. Lorraine, I know you joined. I saw you. Maida, I see you, Maida. Old school, bringing it back. Alan, Hannah, oh my God, I don't think I've seen you since Vegas, which is crazy. Shortstop, Jaime, hi Steph, Kels, Mr. Kelso, the Instagram star, and of course, last but not least, of the world, Lau Del Mundo, and Marlon. Wow, we got a bunch of people on. This is great. Middle of the day. No, but what I was saying is Twitch with DJs, like we took for granted, like before the pandemic, if you were still going out. I mean, I know I wasn't because I'm old as hell. But if you're still going out to bars and clubs and you know, and DJs were out there grinding, right? Like it was a luxury to get good music, right? And now because DJs are out of work, Twitch is the way to go, right? Twitch is where the DJs are putting in work and they're giving you these great mixes and great music and great content. And I mean, essentially, if we're not supporting them, they're kind of doing it for free, right? I mean, it's not all of this is, you know, again, this is not a ploy to try to get people to donate to me or to Dave or to anybody else. It really is just a support. I think we have a pretty good network between the both of us, between a lot of us here in this chat. And I think this is the time, like where all this idle time of being home and where I'm pushing this content and really just trying to build this brand. I would love to get on and support each other. Let them know what we did for the last 15 minutes of my stream. Which are you talking about the self raid? Or are you talking? Oh, you talking about just the music and the requests? At any rate, if you know D Double, which I think most of you do, if you're not on Twitch following him, at the very least, you are wrong. You got, I mean, Dave, and not for me to, you know, to toot his horn. I mean, we're obviously very close, and I'm always going to support him. But If you know Dave and you know Dave's mixes and you know Dave's like steez when it comes to spinning, like you're missing out because he's streaming that stuff, and it's great. Like I like to say, I make the pangit face, and what I mean by the pangit face, emote to come. By the way, is when you hear that really good song, and you do this, make the pangit face, and then you sprain your neck because the song is so good. So see, Jeff knows what's up. See, I'm telling you, I'm getting the emote ready. I do have my emotes submitted already. I don't have the pangit face just yet. I'm retweaking it, but I have a couple emotes that I'm just waiting for approval on. I see Chris Reyes on there. Is it the Alpha Perspective? Right? Is that right? I know you're on there. And Trixie, what's up, Trixie? Do you still go by Trixie? By the way, I don't mean to because I do see TJ, and I don't know if you go by Trixie Jane, by TJ. But how you doing? I know you're a big Instagrammer too. Your stories are always quite interesting. A lot of good food. There's Mike, aka Mickey, or now Miko, Mr. Ramos. How you doing, sir? Jessica. Hey, if y'all don't know who Jessica is, well, really, at least, her husband, at the very least, superstar on a TV show. Was it Law and Order? I totally forgot. Yeah, Dave, you're right. The requests. So there was basically we were doing requests on Dave's stream. So D Double was doing his stream, his DJ stream. It was he was doing his set. He was mixing different music, and the last 15 minutes, Dave sort of threw out this request to say, hey, whatever, throw whatever song you have at me, and I'll work it into the mix real time. So people were throwing out like random shit. I think DJ Furious had thrown out Macarena, and then I threw out, what the hell did I throw out? I don't know. Yeah, and I know somebody had threw out like Dean Martin. So yeah, Dave was just going at it, man, like cutting and blending what he could of like songs from like different genres. And that's entertaining. You typically don't get that, right? Because DJs, I will say, at least some of them are, they don't like to request shit, right? I mean, you got to tip them some money, but at least back in the day, right? That was what you did when you're in the club and you're wasted and you want the DJ to play Hot in Here by Nelly. You got to go over there and buy him a drink, or at least buy him or her, or give her some, $20, and then they would play the song. Otherwise, you're just that annoying guy that try to make requests and you're just like sloppy and drunk and asking the DJ to play your song. But Dave was doing that on the stream. It was awesome, man. So if you guys get a chance, like get on there and follow. Yeah, see, Christian knows what's up. You got to grease the palms, right? I mean, I feel it's the same way. Like, I guess I fancy myself an impersonator. I do some impersonations, and then I do like voices, but I don't do that shit on demand. Like that, I'm not here like on demand. Well, I am kind of doing live stream, but like if I'm like streaming, like playing Xbox or we're gaming and like we're just messing around with voices, and somebody goes, "Hey, do the English girl accent." I'm like, "No, man, I'm not a light switch. Got to pay to play, baby. Can't give all my content for free." There goes Kelly, old friend Kelly, man. U.S. Navy represent. Are you Kelly? You're 20 and out, I think, right? Are you done already? I know you're close to it. Is that Nelson? Nelson's on there. Man, this is great. I love the fact that like this is a perfect time to just talk. Everybody's sort of sitting back at work, or at least for me, I'm off today. So when I'm off, I'm not, right? Because I'm putting in work now. Frank wrote, DJs will hide my jacket, no coat checks, right? What about Sub T, Frank? Sub T's, the back DJ booth was like the coat rack for like half the people in the club. People would show up and just throw their shit back there. And then like when you would try to DJ back there, it was just like coats and record bags. That's so hard. What am I, a clown? Is that a what am I trying to say here? That's a reference to Goodfellas? What am I, a clown? When I'm here to fucking amuse you? What the fuck is so funny about me? Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about, right? Ray De La Cruz. What's up, man? Baller. Big Ray. man, speaking of balling, basketball, like, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Somebody had asked me to play again in like the executive league or whatever that, like in one of those Filipino basketball leagues where it's like executive, I think is like 45 and over or 43 and over. It's sad that I fit in that demographic. I still feel like I'm 30, but they asked me to play and I was like, nah, man, I can't. Basketball is not for me. I have so many injuries. I can't do it anymore. Just in the same sense, like Christian, how you started skateboarding again, you're crazy, bro. I was never good at skateboarding to begin with. And imagine my fat behind trying to get on a skateboard now. Dude, physics is not kind to husky men. There's no way. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I can't. This is like kind of, it's interesting. Mental fortitude, right? Yeah, it's interesting. I was just thinking about like how you were going on that journey with skateboarding, and like, I don't know. I guess for me, picking up this is me revisiting my 20s and 30s, right? In terms of trying to get back in the scene, quote unquote, being a content creator, being relevant. What's up, Alan? Alan Cruz. Boy, blast from the past. Fall off a ramp, get your ass back up. But what if you fall off a ramp and you end up having to go to the hospital because you got brittle muscles? I mean, sometimes I pull a back muscle reaching into the back of the dryer. Isn't that fucked up? I mean, that's how old I am. It's terrible. Uh-oh. DJ Zero. Shout out DJ Zero. OG Dean's List. Mike Balbuena. Probably the most handsome of the Dean's List members. Martin Mercado. Dude, I think I have like half of the people I work with CDW are at CDW in this chat. That's hilarious. Eric, what's up, brother? Man, what's up? We need to get like a poker game at Kenny's old apartment in UIC. We need to do that. Kathy, my old friend, my Janet Jackson enthusiast. I still, to this day, don't know how to do that. If Dan, was it if? When it dun, 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 you remember that? I can't remember how to do that routine. But every time I see your name, Kathy, that's what I think of, is the Janet Jackson if routine. Because we'd always talk about music. I think that's hilarious. Hey Mike, just so you know, man, Dean's List reunion. What's up? Are you down? To give some to sort of give the spoiler, Matt Gadara, who I don't know if you're still watching, but Matt reached out to me with a track, and he was like, "Yo, write a verse to this." And I heard the track and I listened to it, and it was dope. I was like, I sprained my neck in Target. Like, he texted me, I was in Target pushing the cart, and Jamie, my wife, she was grabbing something, and I get this message from Matt, and Matt was like, right to this beat, and I'm playing the beat in Target, and I was like, instantly, like, bong it face. Oh, and then he was like, yeah, can you write a verse? I'm like, sure. So I'm doing that now. I'm actually writing a verse. So we'll see. Soon to come, a release of a track. Back in the MC game. I don't know how good I am now. Shoot, I don't even know if I was good back then. But that's what I'm doing. Zoom Dean's List show. I'm so down. Like, I think it would just be, even for the hilarity of it, like, because we're old, like, I wonder how that works. If we would just like fall over and keel over from trying to freestyle. My brain might explode trying to freestyle. Would love to see your platform speak on the intersection of creativity and fatherhood. Yeah, man. It's a very interesting point you speak of. And I'll touch on it a little bit, right? The intersection of creativity and fatherhood. Like, in my mind, do you delineate those, or do you run them in like concurrently? Because the perspective of like my kids, right? How my kids, I know, right? Look at this shit. I got toys back here. I'm gonna be like spinning a music video with freaking toys stacked up back here. But I mean, again, creativity and fatherhood, I think they're one and the same. At least they should be running concurrently, because this is the reason why I'm doing this now, right? Doing this whole content creation and creating the brand. I'm doing it as a father because I talked about in the podcast with Lyle and Dave, last episode, about the legacy that you want to leave. And what do I want to portray to these boys, right? In terms of when, I hate to say it, posthumously have to speak about their father. Like, what are they going to talk about? Are they going to talk about that I worked at a health insurance company, or I worked at CDW? What I want them to talk about is that, yeah, my dad hustled and he did his thing and he put food on the table. And he gave us everything that we wanted and more. But I also want them to realize that I'm giving them different opportunities or different avenues to succeed. It's not just cookie cutter, right? I'm not going to push anything on them about you should go to college, you shouldn't. You should do this and not that. You should be a doctor and a lawyer and not some random dude live streaming his personal life on Facebook. Yeah, I think they run concurrently, Mike, to answer your question. And I would love to touch on that. Maybe that's a subject we can talk about as part of, that's a good segue. I'm going to have different segments, right? This one is just that sort of live coffee chat. And then I'm going to have like organized episodes, podcast episodes with guests, right? So you're going to have like, obviously, Dave, plug again, June 30th, 6 p.m. Central Time. DJ D Double on Twitch. Make sure you get on Twitch. I'm going to say it again. If you're in here listening to my punk ass and you think there's some value, I think you need to get on Twitch. You need to create an account and follow Volteezy Knows, follow DJ D Double, follow Dance from Home DJs. I can go on and on and on. There are so many people on there you need to follow that have great content and that are working their asses off to put it on there for little to nothing. So anyways, I don't want to go down this tangent, but Mike, it's a great subject, and it's a segue to a segment that I want to do called Beers with Bros. I know that's I would love to do beers with gals too. I mean, if some girls want to join on the panel, but I want to get together for like an hour or two on Friday, just get into like a panel and just talk about whatever, current events. So actually, I'm going to scroll up because I'm missing some of the comments here. Undecided. Yes, Kathy, correct. That is I'm still going by that name. What was Michael Balbino's other DJ name other than Zero? I forgot. Mr. What? Mr. Chillingsworth. There you go. I'm reading it now. Mr. Chillingsworth. That's hilarious. Fatherhood gives you superpowers? Yes. Well, no, not superpowers. Fatherhood makes you do extraordinary things. I think parenting makes you do extraordinary things that you didn't think you were capable of. You will do it with kids. I didn't think I was capable of doing some of the things that I did, like making sacrifices. For example, coming up this 4th of July is my 6-year anniversary of quitting smoking. I had smoked for 20 years. And I had every excuse in the book. So when I was dating, and my girlfriend, who was not my wife at the time, Jamie, she said, when we get married, you should quit smoking. I'm like, you're right. Okay, well, when I get pregnant, you should quit smoking. I said, you're right. When I have this baby, you should quit smoking. You're right. And so when she had my first son, Lucas, I was in the parking lot. She sent me down to the car to get some vitamin water. I had a pack of like Marlboro Lights. They weren't even cigarettes that I typically smoked. I smoked Marlboro Menthol Lights. By the way, Mig and Ronnie Santos, how you guys doing? I'm sorry. I'm just catching up on comments. But I had this pack of Marlboro Lights that someone had given me. It wasn't even my pack of cigarettes. And I went down to the car in the parking lot of the hospital. It was a Prentice downtown. And I'm in the parking lot. I grabbed the vitamin water out of the trunk. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to quit. And then and there, in the parking lot of the hospital, 20 years of smoking, almost a pack a day. I quit. And the point being, fatherhood doesn't necessarily give you superpowers. I can agree on that perspective if that's how you feel, Mike. But the way I see it is, I'm just a regular dude. Then when I became a father, I got empowered to do extraordinary things. You're willing to go that extra mile. it's the cheat code in life. I go back to some of my audio podcasts where I say the best part about being a father is that it's the cheat code to life to have kids. Nothing wrong with not having them. What I'm saying is it's easier for me because when I wake up to be motivated, to motivate myself, doesn't take much. I look at my kids and they're sleeping and I'm like, that's who I'm doing it for. And that's it. It's very easy. That you grounded on core values. Yes, I probably need to give them more core values, Mike. You're right. But I want them to see that dad's creative, dad's hustling, dad's doing all these things. There goes Ricky Tan. By the way, I'm going to keep plugging Ricky Tan, and I'll tell you why. And I'm going all over the place because I just, I'm really basing this on comments. But so Ricky Tan, who is my old manager, kind of taught me a lot of things in a short span of time that we worked together. I will say hands down, Ricky Tan is, and not Ricky Tan from Rush Hour. Ricky Tan is probably the best boss that I've worked for in terms of keeping me focused and keeping me and driving me towards goals. I think he made me realize a lot of things. And then, it just also had some other epiphanies, but he really helped me. Yeah, I'm off. I'm on PTO, Ricky. So definitely not shortchanging my company for sure. Yeah, Christian, I'm sure it changes when the kids get older. Probably adds more responsibility, but again, we'll still do big things. There's April. Hi, April. Ray de Guzman from the PHI. So, Ray, what time is it in the Philippines? I think is it 8 hours, 9 hours? So it's got to be like nighttime for you. Thanks for joining, Ray. By the way, again, I always give him props. I put him up as he's the guy that put me on working at Midway Games. To this day, if you didn't know, and I keep plugging it, I have an IMDb credit. So if you know what IMDb is that movie film database. Get on imdb.com. There's an official entry of my name in it, and it's because of Ray de Guzman. He allowed me. He brought me in to be a game tester for Midway Games, and I'm in the credits for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So shameless plug. But no, Ricky, ironic you say that this is my work on a Friday. I'm on PTO, and my boss just joined. So big ups to Joe Koziel. As you can see, I'm spending my day off productively, working on my brand. Greg Aloyan, oh my God, CDW is just representing hard today. Big Greg, the Armenian animal, man. This guy is the margin king. So, Greg, if you ever want to learn about sales, Greg, if you're ever open to just talking, love to have you on. If you want to talk about sales and making margin, talk to this guy, Greg. This guy's an animal. DJ Urge, oh, there you go. Time to shameless plug. Make sure you get on Twitch, and when you're following Volteezy Knows and you're following DJ D Double, follow DJ Urge. Also an OG in the game, been doing it for a minute. Make sure you guys support them, because especially the DJs, not as much really me, but the DJs who are working full time on Twitch and they're streaming, they need your support, man. They're out there grinding. So make sure you guys support them. Volteezy voice? Yeah, I was just bringing that up earlier in the stream. Somebody had introduced the term ASMR, and I actually talked about it in my work call, ASMR. So I had not really known that term very much until someone told that to me, that my voice elicited ASMR. So I didn't know whether to be flattered or thought they were calling out some sort of medical condition. So swap the mindset you had with smoking for debt. You're right, Christian. I don't know that I can do it. I am a spender. Whether or not that's destructive, that's just not how I am, I guess. But I mean, I'm open to that discussion. Love to have that discussion with you. So Christian, again, I'm gonna plug you again. CJ Mindset. Christian is a super financially sound guy too. And like, if you ever want to just talk shop about finances, retirement, things of that nature, Christian's a good resource to talk to. He's read up and he's studied a bunch. I learned a lot in just an hour conversation with him. But prior to that, shoot, I probably couldn't even spell 401k. That's a superpower. Don't sell yourself short. I'm catching up. Amazing father. Nah, I don't know about that, but we'll see. Kathy remembers. There's a range in Hopkins. Yes, Ricky, we need to do that. Alexi just said, damn. I think you're responding to Ricky's comment. Joe, that hurts, my man. Rochelle, how you doing? See you, Alexi. I'm with you, Joe. Ray, what's up? Still making this up like a long raised by a single mom. Absolutely, man. Big ups to your mom. Big ups to single moms out there. Single parents, bro. Single parents are doing it big. I can't even imagine if I had to think about being a single parent right now. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, this pandemic already, these kids are driving me nuts. Like, every once in a while, if you want to just like yell like crazy, but I guess it's natural, right? Kids are just kids. And I got to remember that they're still learning. So Ray, big Ray, shout outs to Ray Distor. My graphics guy, my art guy, he's the guy, man. If you're, I don't know if Ray's doing freelance work, but he's a talented dude. Designed a logo, designed a bunch of other things. So, and he's a pretty decent gamer. There's Ati Elaine. How you doing, Ati Elaine? I have my family in here. I got to be careful. I can't be talking smack, right? I'm just kidding. Jory, OG, Sub T 606. Let's go. Represent. Sub T still running. Yeah, man. Let's talk for real. Kids legacy. I'm always down in it. See, Ray's good at spending too. Joe and I were referring to you who the best boss was. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, you're right. Joe, you're still a work in progress, though. I can say that Alexi is not the best boss for sure. Joe, however, we're still working on it. So needle is moving very quickly in a positive fashion. So hopefully that answers your question. Joe's still in the running and Alexi he's out. Big ups to the single parents. Absolutely. Hey V, how you doing? We haven't even had any sort of contact since high school. I appreciate you joining. We're just talking. It's just like sort of coffee chat that's turned into this like organic conversation, I guess, which is probably the premise of like some of the podcast stuff too. But I also wanted to use the vehicle to let everyone know that the live stream podcast is going to be only on Twitch. So I'm imploring people that have come in and out of the live stream here to get on Twitch, create an account, and follow. Volteezy knows. Follow DJ D Double, Dance from Home DJs. I got you all like rolled into this one. DJ Urge. Make sure you guys support your neighborhood DJ and support your neighborhood content creator. Look, Alexi, here, look, I'm going to give you your props because I know I'm always clowning you. And I think, that's part of my stand-up routine. Just to give you guys preface or premise, whatever, maybe I'm using that word wrong. Alexi, who's in the chat, was the driving force behind my career at Blue Cross Blue Shield, Illinois. So he put me on my first gig. So I won't give him those props. Typically, I use Alexi as my sort of fodder for comic material. He knows that if that's good, man. I appreciate it, Zero. Thanks for stopping by. Alexi is the target of my jokes. And he's a good sport, by the way. So big ups to Alexi. Probably the best sport I've ever seen in terms of me capping on him. He takes it like a champ. And he can dish it out too. Not as good as me, but he can dish it out. But Alexi's like, if I was a stand-up comic, I would have to have Alexi in the crowd. Otherwise, I would bomb. Because Alexi is like 55% of my jokes off the cuff. Follow Colt's Gaming Buddies on Twitch. You mean Volt's Gaming Buddies. I was like, who's Colt? Yeah, I was going to say, who the hell's Colt? Yeah, you might as well. If you're on Twitch, follow all my gaming buddies, man. We're putting out great like gaming content at night. I know like it's not conducive to some of you guys, and that's why I see most of you guys here. I do like game streaming on Twitch too. So I play Call of Duty, and I'm telling you, the content and the comedy alone in the stream, I would say it's like 30% fob jokes, and it's flow about it, bro. Yo, stay nice, Mr. Ray Keano, man. Y'all don't know. Don't get loud in this because this ain't the fucking metro. Just so you guys know. Dave said it. He typed it as soon as I said it. That's funny. I said it before Dave typed it. But this ain't the fucking metro. That's hilarious, bro. I remember that day too. We were at the crib. We were at your crib, and I forgot what were we doing. We were just chilling like in your like living room or some shit. And I think I forgot what we were doing, but then I remember you busting the door and you said something like, "Shut the fuck up. This ain't the fucking metro." And it was like the weirdest 5 seconds of awkwardness. We all sort of stared at each other, and then we started talking like really low, like, "Oh yeah, so hey, keep it down, man, keep it down." Was it? I don't remember, dude. I could have sworn we were at Teddy Q's house. We were at OG Keanu's house. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, we were getting crazy though. I do remember that. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. Oh, to answer Ricky's question about, no, he doesn't. There's definitely no future Cubs game, just so you know. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, big ups to Ray, man. Cast Crew, like if y'all don't know, and sorry if I'm not plugging the site right. Is it cast312.com? What's the website? If y'all want to talk about fishing, which I know nothing about, I am like a complete idiot when it comes to fishing. I don't even think I can't even pick fish in the supermarket, let alone get a fishing pole and line it up and get out on a lake in a boat and catch fish. I probably have better luck just trying to snatch them like with my bare hands. But if you guys want to talk about fishing and who an expert at fishing is, or even there you go, casting room 2, there it is. Or even are you still doing Illustrator films, by the way, too, Ray? Yeah, look at Cast Crew, check their shit out. Their clothing is dope. The brand is dope. I'm jealous. I would love my brand to be as strong as that. But yeah, check out Cast Crew. Check out, I don't know if you're doing Illustrator films or not, but Ray is a super talented videographer, video director, or whatever it is you would call it. But definitely make sure you check the site. Ray, I've been dying for an Italian beef. Yes. They don't have Italian beef in the Philippines? Yo, are we stumbling upon a franchise opportunity? We gotta do like a Portillo's in the Philippines or what? Yeah, there are a bunch of Rays in here, huh? 1, 2, 3. Illustrator films. There you go, man. You're trying to do like any aspiring like people trying to get videos that Ray, I might have to holler at you actually. Try to get a nice little trailer video done for the brand that I'm pushing. Would love to get with you and let an expert do it instead of my unprofessional ass streaming from a webcam on Facebook. Love to get a professional video done. You went fishing for the first time in 20 years. Oh, well, shoot. Frank, you need to, man. Get with Ray Keanu. Get with Cast Crew, man. Those guys know what they're doing. Like, I can't even catch a cold. They can catch fish. They're catching big fish, too. Yeah, Ray, what's up? I know you're an entrepreneur out there, right? You had your game store out there for a minute. Oh, Kels, are you for real listening while you're at the airport? Dope, man. So hey, sorry, I'll give my props up. Kelso, big Kels, TikTok star, IG star, TSA Superman. If you don't get past Kels at the airport, you ain't going nowhere. This dude runs TSA, bro. So, anyways, big ups, Kels. Thanks for listening. Yeah, go yell at those passengers, man. Find some Karens to yell at. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm in. Ray, if you're in, I'm in. Like, I guess I could probably announce it, right? I'll announce my next guest too. So just as an exclusive, and I'll inform everybody in a formal post. But we have D-Double June 30th, 6 p.m. as my next podcast episode for episode 8. Episode 9. Here we go. Wait for it. It's the Pacifics. So I got with Rex, I got with Mars, I got with Norm. We were talking about it. They're the next episode. So if you guys remember who Pacifics is, hey Nat, how you doing? Barkley Barks. What's up, man? Tall baller. But yeah, next episode 9 is the Pacifics. And I think pioneers in the game. Just I know when I left California, when I left California to come back here to Chicago, I left California like in 96, 97. That's what I'm talking about, Kels. Red carpet, baby. I'm in there. I moved here and I was like, I barely started rhyming. Like I was kind of an MC, but I wasn't. Like, I'll be honest with you, and I'm gonna be real transparent. Let me go back a little bit. So I had friends back in Cali who were MCs, established MCs, right? So big up Spontaneous from LA. If y'all don't know who Spontaneous is, big following in LA. A lot of clout out there. And so, anyways, I hung out with this group, and so they were all MCs. I was just like some dude that thought maybe he could start rhyming, but didn't really. And then when I moved to Chicago back in 96, I started rhyming. I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be an MC. Just started like writing and rhyming and trying to freestyle. Then I got my first gig, Lollapalooza 2, with Vic and Miggy in 98, 7. But that's what got me big, because there was like 2,000 people there, and then they gave out these mixtapes. I know, Dave, you're gonna bring it up. It's Jenny, the song Jenny. Anyways, that's when I ran. There was rumors because Pacifics was they were established, right? Like and I hate to coin this as like Filipino rappers, because that's not really what I was trying to do. But you know, I mean, let's call it what it is. Filipinos in the hip hop industry back in 98, 99. I mean, come on. Was that real? That wasn't real, especially in Chicago. That wasn't real. So we got coined as like the two sort of, I guess, Filipino hip hop groups or acts, right, that were out there. I would say Pacifics had way more following than me, of course. But so then there was rumors that I battled Rex at the Double Door, and then there was all this beef and stuff. And I just think it's funny. And then I ended up obviously becoming really good friends with him. And, you know, to this day, I know we don't hang out as much, or we don't see each other anymore. But I mean, I consider like Pacifics, I consider like Ray and Dell, and these are all cats that like, you know, they brought me into their circle. That was very accepting. Well, kind of by force, right? I ended up sleeping at Rex's parents' house for a while too. But yeah, man. So big ups. That's going to be the next episode. It's going to be dope. There's going to be a lot of great stories, a lot of tales, a lot of memories that I think between the three of those guys, some interesting cats. There's definitely going to be some stories. The Metro story may come back up, Ray. I'm sure. What's the overseas dude? Copying hot dog. Yeah, dude, Ray, I'm telling you, you need to do something. You know, Filipinos, we're all about American culture, right? So you bring something like hot dogs or like some sort of like restaurant like that to the Philippines, yo, you're gonna be like the president, man. So hey, I'm saying it now, Ray. Whatever you bring to the Philippines, I'm in with you somehow. I just want to be cool with you. So when I travel, I'm like, I know Ray. So you guys hook me up. We need to hear you flow. Not on this mic. I wouldn't do it on this mic. This mic is even with the pop filter, it'll sound like shit. That, and I'm in no shape to be freestyling. Speaking of freestyling, Sambul. I thought you were like calling out some dude. I'm like, who's Sam Pull? I don't know that guy. Bri the Gemini. What's up, man? Mr. Naharo. Talking about freestyle. That's the guy. Brian Naharo. Shout outs to Major League. OG Major League. That was the crew. Joey D. Wow. Hey Joey, I'm really not upset. I'm sad that we didn't get to hook up when we were out in Orlando. I really would have been great to reconnect again. And now, obviously, with pandemic. But you know, the first thing that happens when we go back out to Orlando and make that what it would seem is a super investment in a Disney trip. Would love to come out and just shoot the shit and hang out, man. Catch up. Joey D. Wow. I think I still have one of your CDs, like a mix CD that you had put together of some songs. I hope that's Slow Jams, but it did say Joey D. Wow on the CD. I have to find it and play it someday, like on the podcast or something. I didn't want to leave when I came here. To be real, not dealing with racism was a real taste of freedom. Yeah, I can imagine that, right? Like the Philippines, like versus here. It's unfortunate, man. Like in this day and age, that racism is still a thing, but it is, right? I mean, I'm going to say something a little controversial here, but I would say to some extent, everybody, and I mean everybody, I wouldn't call it racial tendencies, but I would say it's just based on upbringing that you were not, I don't think anybody's been raised from day one, cultural influences to be accepting of all. I think once we become adults or when we find that epiphany, we end up being accepting of all for the most part. But I'm telling you, man, I think everybody has that sort of, it's there, right? For example, and I'll call it out, like old school, as a first gen Filipino American, our parents, right? They had different values and they were brought up differently by their parents. And I would say that, it was one of those things where you'd kind of stick to your own. Yeah. And that's it, right, Christian? Like, I hate to say it because people will frame, if I call you racist, they'd be like, oh, I'm not racist. But that's why I say tendencies. And it's based on upbringing. My parents were very particular to me marrying a Filipino, right? I mean, that's just how it was. That's how they, just in the same sense that they wanted me to be a doctor and a lawyer. Like that was their idea of how they wanted to conduct their parenting. So, I mean, now they're different, right? They've been living here as citizens since the 80s and things have changed. But yeah, we all have tendencies, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you're just transparent upfront with it and you're willing to understand and learn, I think that's the best way to do it, right? That's the best way to overcome those things. You kind of have to live in the moment and understand where your deficiencies are, and you fix them, right? Continuous improvement. We're all not perfect. But hey, I'm going to keep plugging it again because we still have a decent amount of viewers. So make sure, if you haven't done it already, get on Twitch, please. Really, I'm just asking, I'm playing for a lot of the content creators that around me that are putting in a lot of work. Yes, you are. Dave is racist to pickles on White Castles. That is correct. Do you remember, Dave, when you sent us on a run? And let me finish the pitch on Twitch real quick, and then I'll tell that story. Get on Twitch, log in, create an account, create 10 accounts, create accounts for your dad, for your parents, for your kids, and follow. Volteezy knows. Follow DJ D Double. Follow Dance Room Home DJs. Follow DJ Urge. Who else is on there? DJ Kid Chris. I can't even think of who else is on there. DJ John Santos. You gotta follow DJ John Santos. He's all about it. Yeah, but get on there because that's where the live stream podcast is going to be. So if you're not going to be on Twitch, you're going to miss out. We're going to get deep in the mind of Dave DeMano. You're going to find out the real D Double. Oh, that's right. Jeff Mobby. Follow Jeff Mobby on Twitch. Jeff Mobby's handsome, bro. No lie. Say handsome dude, man. I wish I was young. Jealous of Jeff. Oh, there you go. CJ mindset. There you plug them away. Plug away, guys. Yeah. So anyways, I'm sorry. I think I was telling the story about pickles. So Dave, I don't know if you remember that one time you asked us to make a run to White Castle. And I know Dave's White Castle order still was the 4 double cheeseburgers, no pickles. Was it extra onions? I forgot. And then a chocolate milkshake. Well, I remember we went there and I think I was high. I forgot. I was drunk. It was something. And we drive. Oh, there he is. Strike 3. I remember I drove into the drive-thru and I was like, yeah, let me get 4 double cheeseburgers. And I was fucking laughing. And I'm like, let me get extra pickles. Extra. I mean, I want as many pickles as you can fit on the burger. And we took that shit home. I remember Dave took a first bite and he knew. I think he kind of knew we were setting him up. And he bit into it. He's like, oh, come on. He got mad. I remember, Dave, you were pretty mad about that. Like, legit mad. I ate White Castle almost every day when I went to Vegas. Right? White Castle is delicious, man. I don't care what people say. It does make me shit. I ain't gonna lie. It really does a number on my system, but delicious, man. Like I always say, one of my sayings is open for business, man. Crave case, son. That's how we do business. Like I legit open the crave case like a briefcase. Like I open this shit up. I put it flat. Like I'm about to pull out stacks of cash. It's like gold. Strike 3 in the house, boy. Yeah, Rex is so Rex. Just so you know, I did drop the announcement for episode 9 of the podcast, the Pacifics. So you can guarantee one person is Ray Distor is excited. He's gonna be on there half an hour early. So yeah, so we did drop that nugget. We talked about the Ray Metro story, which I think was hilarious. Oh man. Well, I know, right? It is a dick move, Christian. I'm sorry. You can eat White Castle in the daytime. You can eat White Castle in the daytime. My kids, man, they chicken rings. Like my kids are chicken ring whores. They love it. So I always have to go there for lunch and pick them up chicken rings. Swift Lou Nieves is in here. Hey, represent. Y'all follow Swift Lou on Twitch, man. You want a real gaming experience? The dude's a pro gamer. If you look at his stats, man, COD Warzone, he's got mad wins. Yeah, make sure you follow Swift Lou. That's SWIFTLOU. Twitch. Jane, how you doing, Jane? Jane, the essential oil lady. That's how I remember you now, because like your IG stories are about essential oils. So, I didn't really believe in that at first, and I remember I was staying at a hotel when I was traveling for work in India, and they gave me some like lavender or something essential oil. I put that shit on my pillow, and I slept like a baby. I don't know if that's like supposed to happen, but shit worked for me. So I'm open for it. If you're still doing essential oils, Jane, go ahead and plug it. I don't know the exact site if you're still selling them or, but definitely plug away. Tweeds. I didn't even announce the Tweeds you came in there. What's up, Tweeds? Sorry, the chat scroll up so fast. I can eat White Castle every minute, every hour on the hour. Yeah, I mean, dude, I can eat it too, man. Hey, Emmy, how you doing? Thanks for joining, Emmy. Tina. Oh my God, Dave, let me tell you a story about Tina. Working at Blue Cross, never want to hang out, then she left. Bogus. I thought we were cool, Tina. I thought we were tight. We like extended family. And then I never saw you again. So, Mark Manilad, what up, brother? Yo, if you ever want to talk jujitsu and kettlebells, that's Mark Manilad. I always wanted to get into. That's an interesting thing, jujitsu. Like I kind of want to get into it, but I'm just like basketball. I brought it up earlier, like how I'm so prone to injury. I wanted to get into jujitsu, but I'm just afraid that like my joints and everything. I'm just so, I won't say fragile, but I'm prone to pull some shit. So I don't know if I want to do that, but it seems like a great workout. And I'm a big MMA fan. I've always wanted to get into jujitsu, but shout outs Counter-Strike, by the way, Counter-Strike MMA, Dr. Ross, if y'all don't know. If you're ever in the burbs out in Downers or Westmont, come hit up my guy, Ross Gavino, Counter-Strike MMA. I like this I know, you see it, Tweeds? The Star Wars box? Big ups to Tweeds, man. By the way, that's the guy that got me on this journey. So you love your kettlebells. Yeah, man. I tried it. I have kettlebells in the garage right now that I got to give back to Ross, by the way. If you're listening, sorry, I'll give them back. I tried it. It's interesting. BJJ is low impact. It's like yoga, but someone's trying to kill you. How does that? You're not helping me, Tweets. It's like yoga, but someone is trying to kill you. So I'm imagining doing like a yoga pose and then somebody's like choking you. It doesn't sound very appetizing to me. You got to do better than that to sell it to me. Like I know Lou's a big jujitsu guy too. bunch of grapplers in here now. It's almost like the MMA part of the show. Like all the grapplers are showing up because you guys probably woke up late because you've been training all day yesterday. Is it great? Yeah, I kind of want to do it. I do. But anywho, I wonder how long have I been at it today? It's like an hour. It's got to be at least an hour. Anyways, I think I'm going to start to wrap it up here. I don't want to steal too much of your time. I kind of wanted to just give you a nice little escape, something to listen to in the background while you're working, or maybe you catch some sort of product that I'm helping plug from somebody else that may help you out. But your kettlebell from Rogue Fitness just showed up. How much is that, by the way? Like Rogue Fitness kettlebell. It's got to be expensive. The world's longest white belt. I almost read that as white boy. Sorry, Tweeds. It's instinctively. Is that a racial tendency? Sorry. It is a racial tendency, isn't it? Christian, that's a racial tendency. It's like selective reading. Rob Lugar. Oh, man. OG. What's up, Rob? Maria. David's on here, too. Man, this is it's like I don't want this to end, right? So it's funny because I get people rolling in that I haven't talked to in a while, and I kind of want to be like, yeah, I want to keep going, but don't want to give all the content away, right? I mean, I'm gonna give all my content away, and then people are not gonna want to talk to me anymore. So, anywho, thanks for joining me today. Oh, I switched cameras, Tweeds. I'm using the 930 now. That's why it's wide. So look good. Yeah, I thought it would look better. So, yeah, thanks for joining today. Again, this was just a sort of coffee chat session to just bounce old stories and jokes and talk about current events and whatever. You plug in your biz. There it is. IG and Facebook, oils.love and care. Is that how that oils.love and care? Yeah, hit up Jane. If you're into essential oils, or you want to at least learn about it, yeah, hit up Jane. She'll hook you up. She'll set you straight. So anywho, thanks for joining. Again, I'm going to leave you with the plug again because I know that I had been doing Facebook Live and I see that the Facebook Live does get responses, and I want you guys to get on Twitch. I would love to have the same sort of love on Twitch. So please, 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 I implore you, get on Twitch, tell a friend, send a smoke signal, Pony Express, snail mail, hieroglyphics, Morse code. I don't care how you spread the word. Get on Twitch, log on to Twitch, create an account, get on there and follow Voltese Knows, follow all of the people I was plugging, DJ D Double, DJ Urge, Jeff Mobby, Dance from Home DJs, DJ Kid Chris, DJ John Santos. There's so many names I can think of. Twitch is cooler, and the emotes are much cooler, and you'll also get a chance to see my custom emotes, which are coming. So I would love for you to get on there and see my custom emotes. I think it's worth the trip alone. So get on there, get on Twitch, support. I thank you for joining me today. Look forward to more sessions like this. I'll probably keep them a little shorter, but this is a test run. Look forward to more coffee chat sessions. This is something that I kind of want to do on a regular basis just to get everyone out there. So thank you for the support. I hope to see you guys on Twitch June 30th, 6 p.m. Central Time. DJ D Double, the CVO Narrative Podcast. For more information, and I'm doing another plug here. I'm typing with one finger like an 80-year-old right now. Yes, look at that. That's so. That link there will take you to. Did I not even make it a link? That's crazy. That'll take you to all of my content. So go ahead and take a look. All right, guys. With that, I'm out. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys soon. Later, guys. Peace.